Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel for another iRacing video, and it's another touring car video today, but it's a public one, no league touring cars this time around. Knockhill, yeah. Knockhill is a circuit that pops up from time to time on the calendar, and you always have a chuckle, no matter what the car is that's actually racing there, because you just kind of got this feeling that it's going to be a bit chaotic. No more so than the LMP2 IMSA, wasn't it? LMP2 versus GT3 that was there last season, but yeah, you just know it's going to be a good one. Now, this is the first time I think for the public's racing here, because last season it ran at Knockhill, but it was on the reverse layout, so this is the first time running in the actual sort of correct, I guess, the normal way of Knockhill, which we did race as the first two league races of the season. So we've run here before, we did two 20-minute races, so know the track fairly well from practicing for those races, so quite confident going into it. But with number 5 car and not got loads of pace compared to the other guys in practice. They've been nipping into the sort of 51s and low 51s, and we have done sort of 52 flats, maybe nicked to 51.9, so a little bit off the pace, a little bit yeah, a little bit to find really. We're kind of on our own pace from when we raced here earlier in the year, but yeah, definitely the guys around us, they've got a bit of a march on us, so let's jump on into the car, see if we can get a result out of it. Alrighty, we're here at Knockhill, the Touring Car Challenge, qualified P5. Wasn't my best lap, but this track is very difficult to be consistent on, and fast for me at least. So see how we get on in the middle of the rat pack. Expecting quite a lot of bruising. Here we go then.
Green flag, green flag.
Guy in front of me barely moved. We're up into P3 at the first corner here. Do not think Audi's the car for around here, but we'll see how they get on. Well, that was going to be a slowdown on the first lap for me there. Not awfully bothered about putting a move on these guys just yet. Hopefully these guys in front have got plenty of pace and we can just tag onto the back of them and run away a little bit, but we'll see. See how that plan goes.
You're now in third. Good job.
All the way down to first gear through there. Gonna go ahead and say the Audi's probably holding us up a little bit here. Just want to let everything get up to temperature though before I decide whether that is the case or not. I can never get this corner right. Don't even know what right is, to be honest. I just sort of brake at a point and turn in at a point and hope that we find an apex somewhere along the way. Seems to work more or less most of the time, but there's not much method in the madness. Oh, that's a bit too much sideways. That Audi was on a horrible line up there through the uphill chicane. He's looking a bit ragged. I don't know if he's feeling the pressure or just really pushing to try and catch back up to leader. I don't know what's going on, but it's a bit all over the place. P4's caught us back up again now. So chatting to people this week, apparently the driving standards have been pretty abysmal around this track, so carrying way too much speed into that right-hander there. Not sure if the Audi ahead is collecting a load of off-tracks or if pretty much that's just the line using all of the track. Not entirely sure. Of course, we always say in these touring cars it's way easier to follow than it is to lead, because I'm probably gaining like a free 3/10 per lap just for being in this slipstream. He's having to work that much harder just to maintain the gap, stay in front of us. Little breakaway of 4 of us at the front here. Parks it on the apex, so it gets a little bit of a hurry up tap from us. If he can get some lap time and pull away, then I'm happy to follow him, but I don't want to be a susceptible guy behind us. Because here he comes.
Clear on the right. Car on your left. Still there. Clear on the left.
And just like that, the guys behind have caught us back up now. It's flashing his lights, but he was the one that ran wide after making the big dive, so... Alright, let's see if we can catch back up to this Audi again now. Might have lost it now that we've lost the slipstream. We are closing back up to the Audi, thankfully. Alright, might need to try and be a bit more aggressive this time, try and make a move. It's just difficult trying to find an actual place to make the move though, that's the problem. The Audi pulls so well out the corners, it's got such good performance down the straights. He's very sideways through that turn 1 there. Here we are back in his tail then. I think he's just sitting on that apex waiting for the bump. It's giving him like a little turbo out of the corner, a little turbo boost. God, I just can't see anything going up there. Here comes old mate again.
Clear.
Pointlessly weaving, just trying to push him up. He reckons there's 1,000,000 kilometers an hour faster, so let's see it. I think we're doing like a bit of a bubble NASCAR air draft there. He takes a weird line through there. That was terrifying. Hopefully we won't be under pressure from the guys behind us now. Although this guy's not catching up to the Audi like I did after we fell back that time, so let's see what happens next. That was a terrible line for me. Gonna need the slipstream here just not to fall off the back. Crikey. Bit too sideways. I've not nailed that uphill chicane a single time in this race so far. You need to defend after all that.
Left side. Clear, left side. Stay on the right.
Not quite clear of him on exit. You do get a better run around the outside of the hairpin there. Is he going to back out of it? Yes, eventually. Oh, no he doesn't. He tries to turn into us instead. Oh, the back end's sliding so much. Put the brake bias back forwards, I think. That's more like it through the uphill. Starting to rub some panels ahead. Bumper to bumper. Holding on for now. That is the uphill chicane. That is the way to do it. Finally. Only taken like the entire race. I think we are a little bit faster than the number 2 car behind us. Don't know if he's carrying damage or what, but pulling away a little bit. And now we're caught back in this train for P2. Oh, he's all out of shape. Thought he was running off the road there, but managed to get away with it somehow. Can keep the foot in it at that one and it's fine. In terms of losing time. Still would prefer to keep it on the road. Still got about 4 laps to go as well, I think, here. Such is the story in this touring car challenge. You can be faster than someone, but actually making the pass is pretty challenging in these. This guy ahead's going to start getting impatient soon. See if we can capitalise. So I've heard of some pretty poor driving standards this week, a lot of car contacts, and there we go.
Go right. Right side.
He's trying to redress it, but it's completely in the way.
Left side.
Goodness me.
Stay on the right. Keep to the right. Clear.
I don't know if he ended up with a slowdown there or what happened, or if he was just trying to redress it after the contact. I mean, it was good of him if he was trying to redress it, but then coming out of the uphill chicane he was just stationary. We've ended up with a 4X for that as well, that's a shame.
Hustling.
Not many places around this track where you can really get anything other than just a nose inside the other guy, so really opens you up to a bit of nose to tail contact.
Right side, clear on the right. Car on your left. Keep to the right.
Alright, might have got inside him finally.
Keep to the right.
See what happens when we get down to turn 1 here.
You're in second position right now. Good job. Settle in and get a rhythm. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the left.
Alright, up into second. Now we'll see if this red car behind us is faster, because when we've been bottled up behind the Audi, it's caught us up a couple of times.
White flag. One more lap to go.
With 1 to go. It's actually been a lot of fun. There's been a lot of car contact. I'll have to have a look at my own moves and see if they were clean. But the fact that no one's ended off in the barriers is pretty good, pretty satisfying. Fully airborne there, that wasn't ideal. See if he gets a good run out of this corner. He's dropping away still. I wonder if he's got some damage after all that. That was a lot of fun. Thanks boys, that was a lot of fun. Good win, Neil. Got us by a country mile there.
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
That was a lot of fun.
Nice
Wow.
run. Solid work.
Yeah, it was P2 Rondre. I'll drop him a message after we went side by side through the sort of through turn 2 and then towards the chicane. He was flashing his lights, wasn't too happy, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. Good race. Well, what a race that one was. That was so much fun. I just feel like I just keep saying it over and over again. That was so much fun. Yeah, going into it, I expected sort of a bit of door banging. I'd heard reports through the week that just absolute carnage and people were just punting to pass, basically. But I think all in all, that was a really respectful race, to be honest. The guys that were around were very fair, very clean in the racing. I think it was Randy, wasn't it, that turned Daniel in P2 towards the end there. And yeah, having looked back at the replay, he's waited, he's tried to redress it, and in the end he's actually come off worst for having done that, because he gets mugged by, I think, 2 or 3 of us, but then eventually does manage to make those positions back. But yeah, really, really fun race. Had another look at that door-to-door with Randy, and it's just a bit unfortunate, really. Kind of a bit of a racing incident, because we're going side by side to a really narrow section of track. My line was to chomp that curb anyway, which is what I've done, but because of that, obviously, it's kind of made me understeer a little bit towards him. I would have expected, I was expecting, sorry, him to have backed out before that little right kink anyway, so I wasn't even really expecting him to be there, but he was. I mean, it didn't force him off the road or anything, but we just got a little bit of a side-by-side on the way up to the up to that uphill chicane, and God, if we'd have tried to go through there side-by-side, it would have been plane crash. It would have been an absolute plane crash, so I'm glad that we didn't, basically, and that events conspired, so it meant that we weren't side-by-side anymore, but super kind of impressed with myself with that move that we put on Daniel at the end there. It was and it was a move, like we set him up on the previous sort of 3 or 4 corners beforehand, getting a better run through the uphill chicane, which then meant we got a better run through that right-hander, which then meant he moved across the road to defend, which then compromised his line into the hairpin. We got the better run out to get side by side along the pit straight, and when it came to the apex of turn 1, I was there, so he couldn't turn in, and yeah, he did sort of just try and do, like, I think he's tried to nick in behind, but he's just timed it a bit badly, and he's just caught us in the the rear quarter there, and that's actually ended up firing him a little bit wide and made him lose more positions, unfortunately for him. But yeah, clear move by us, pretty impressed with it, and yeah, pretty proud with it, I would say. One thing that I really do need to work on, something that I really struggle with, is staying on the right line when I'm really tucked up behind someone else. Obviously you can't see anything. I don't know if it's because I'm not on triples, I'm not on VR or anything like that. I don't know what the solution is, or if it's just sort of kind of practicing it over and over and getting more comfortable with it. But yeah, especially when I was really tucked up behind Daniel in the early laps there, I was just missing my marks wildly, and that just chews your tyres up, overheats everything. You're just going to lose speed and eventually lose position. So yeah, need to work on that, but it's one for the future for sure. But yeah, that's going to be everything for this video, so I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. I'll give it a thumbs up myself. Yeah, do all that good stuff, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Drop us a comment if you like, and consider subscribing if you're new here and not done that already. Other than that, take it easy and look after yourselves, and I will catch you in the next one.